I want to talk a minute about the T5. The T5 was born in fall of 2004 when Bob was off buying wood. He was off doing the off-road thing, visiting the Indians, getting some cocobolo in Mexico. And David Hollister and myself, we were playing with pickups. So Dave Hostler, David Judd, they're also known as Dave and Daver. The two of them and myself are known as the Magnetic Heretics, because we're always playing with magnets and coils and working on pickups and exploring different sounds. And so as the Magnetic Heretics, we had a little test guitar built that had 9 pickups on it and a bunch of push buttons, almost like, you know, we called it the Vegematic. It was our way to just try different pickups, different positions around, and we didn't need a whole guitar, and we wanted something that the back was off of, so we built something that looked like this. It was just kind of a back of mahogany that was all hollowed out, and it had a solid spruce top put on it, no F-holes, and it had an access door, just a big rectangular door cut in the back, that we had drilled different size holes in to vent the guitar, because again, the guitar works as like a bellows, right? As the air exchange happens with the guitar, the top puts the top in motion, you get sound off the top. So we had this thing called a pickup mule, and it kind of looked like this, and we were testing pickups. Well, Bob was gone for a couple weeks, and we kept playing this guitar, and we went, you know, we're really having as much fun with the guitar as we are having exploring the pickup. And so when Bob got back, we were like all giddy. Hey, come down to the shop, come down. You got to see this thing we made, you know. And he came in, and we handed him something that looked kind of like this. And you know, and he took one look at it, and he went, "Well, congratulations, you've passed high school wood shop. You successfully made a nut bowl. You know, it looks like you hollowed out a piece of wood, made it, you know, put a top on it. It's a nut bowl." And we're like, no, you got to play it, you know. And so he put it on his lap and started to play. And 20 minutes later, he went, "Okay, I get it. It's doing something." And then we plugged it in, and he started to listen to the pickups and everything. And we went, well, this is kind of an interesting idea. Let's explore it. So that's probably early October 2004. So we started exploring it, and I started taking it out on gigs, taking it to church to play. And one of the first things we decided was, man, you know, this would be a really cool guitar if it had an electric guitar pickup in it as well, so I could play the 16 bars of acoustic intro of the worship tune, and then switch into a crunchy electric sound and play the rest of the song. And so we developed a magnetic, stacked humbucker. It looks like a little innocent lipstick pickup, but it's actually a full humbucker here. And we added that to it. But then we still had the hole in the back. Bob's like, you know, the hole in the back doesn't work for me. We should do something on the front. And so Bob Taylor's lifelong design partner, Larry Breedlove, who's been at Taylor for 20 years, also, he had a little wandering in the middle there. He went away and started Breedlove Guitars with his brother, Kim, but then realized he liked to surf more than run a business and came back to Taylor. But Larry took out a pencil. He kind of drew this design on the front. We said, well, we've tuned this cavity. We want about 2 inches of port to do to voice this the way we wanted it. He goes, yeah, well, that'll work. And we're like, okay, well, we're willing to try. So he put a couple pieces of blue painter's tape over our holes in the back, pulled out his pocket knife, and just started carving on the top. Ah! You know, you're messing up our nut bolt. What are you doing? He's like, no, trust me. And first shot, when he carved these F-holes. And not only did they look right and fit the guitar, but they sounded, it was perfect. It was the right amount of vent. So then Bob got involved and worked on this brand new neck joint, which is a single bolt neck joint. And our electric guitar shares this as well. And so we call it the T-lock neck joint because one bolt pulls the neck into the body and back towards the bridge. And it perfectly locates in kind of a knuckle design every time. So you get great stability and you get perfect location for intonation. Now, to hear the most out of a T5, you really want to use like an AB box and go into an acoustic amp and an electric amp. Go into both. So I'm going to play some of the sounds through this acoustic amp. T5 has 3 pickups. There's one under the fretboard, there's the stacked humbucker, which I talked about, and then there's a body sensor back here in the back. Here when I tap on the top. So the first position of the switch uses the neck pickup and the body sensor. Now in an acoustic amp, this is going to be the most acoustic sound. It uses that top sensor again to capture all the micro vibration that is the signature of an acoustic. So you can strum it. Get a pick here. And through an acoustic amp or through a PA system, that's going to sound like a really nice acoustic guitar. Now, it's not going to sound as nice as a full-body traditional acoustic, but in the context of a band or in a gig, it's going to get you the job done. But the next part of the T5 will be all of its electric nature. So the second position just uses the neck pickup. So here, we can play with the tone controls. It's volume, bass, and treble. And so if I turn the treble down, the bass up, get into the nice big jazz box. But if I take the tone controls the opposite way, treble up, bass down, it's going to get me into more of a single coil world. The third position uses just the bridge pickup by itself. That's the bridge pickup. If I play that bridge pickup into an overdrive sound, I'm going to be kind of careful here. Now I can have a crunchy guitar. So again, you can think if you had an A/B switch, you're switching between acoustic, electric, and really this takes on the personality of the amp. So this is kind of the overdrive flavor of this amp. If you played it into a Marshall, it would sound different, or a Vox, or a Boogie, it's going to have a different flavor. But this kind of gives you an idea. That's still the same bridge pickup that I played earlier that kind of sounded... It's got the... Also can do the big crunch sound. The fourth position uses the neck pickup and the bridge pickup together in parallel. This gets us into like Filtertron world, like a Gretsch. And lastly, the fifth position, neck and bridge in series, the fullest, fattest sound, it's going to be the most like a 335. So, all kinds of flavors out of a T5. That's why it was Product of the Year, Electric Guitar of the Year, and Acoustic Guitar of the Year. And today, it's the best-selling semi-acoustic or semi-hollow body electric guitar. It's by far and away #1. So it's much larger than some of the classics we've known for 50 years. And we're stoked that the T5 has got us into the electric world, and it's alive and well.